Hey, good morning, folks. It's David Hubbell here, and it is Saturday, December the 4th. This should be our 11th week of Mirliton filming, and if you will notice, the vine seems to still be doing really well. I've been very fortunate. As we've talked about earlier, it seems like we had a little bit of late start, but as you can see, I'm still getting plenty of new growth despite having 3 frost experiences this season. Maybe it's been 4, but and the bug issue that I had with the cabbage loopers and some of the other beetles. We've been doing pretty well. Only thing I noticed the other day is I do look like I'm getting some sort of, I don't know if that's some more cabbage looper. Doesn't look like it's quite the same thing because of the it's a different type of defoliation. It almost looks like it's kind of getting chewed, or maybe that might be some residue, so to speak, from frost damage. But anyway, nonetheless, most of the other plant looks pretty well. Now, the other thing to note is that we haven't really had a lot of rain here in Mobile. My wife tells me November was the driest November we've had in several years. I can't remember if it's been 20 years or since the 1920s. So anyway, we are predicted to have rain all of next week, I think. So that'll actually be an interesting thing to see. But I know in the summertime, a lot of people were sending me pictures where their leaves were yellowing and all that. So we'll see what happens. No frost or freezes are projected for a little while. So what's good there is I still have some, as I keep saying every week, been fortunate to see new flowering. Really usually start to see it kind of petering out by now. But if it's, like I said, if everything's 3 weeks behind, then maybe I'll be fortunate enough and get Mirliton all the way through Christmas. So, which will be good for people in the area because there's only so much I can cook, and will allow me to propagate some more seed Mirliton and plants for those in the Mobile area who are looking to grow. Like I said, I've heard from about 1/4 of the people that I sold to last year, and I know at least 3 or 4 of them have all had success with getting some Mirliton, their new plants. So I'll need to do some follow-up with them. But anyway, we'll go through and I'll see what I find and see if we see anything out of the ordinary. Let's see, we got one there. Still have a smaller one there. We got that one down at the ground. I have one hidden up there as well. And the one we saw last week is still hiding up there. There you can kind of see its butt. We got this one that I'll be picking later. And it's got a little friend down there too. Let's see. Got one there too. Now, just as an aside, especially since the time change and having to go to work when it's dark or light the past week or so, I haven't really been able to come out and check, so I haven't picked any as well. A couple of good ones there. Of course, these two we've been looking at on the motion activated sprinkler. A little closer view of the leaf here. Like I said, it kind of looks like it's I don't know if it's scorched, if you will. Maybe it's fungal. Maybe Dr. Hill might be able to tell me a little bit more on what he thinks these could be. But as you've noticed, the Mirliton vine will go through periods of growth and dying back. And there's my single orange. Last year I had 60, this year I only made one. So here's a couple of nice pair on the back end. I thought there was one up back here that may have fallen. I'll have to dig and see. In fact, that might be it back there. Looks like it might have little teeth marks on it. Now I'm on the back side of where I started this morning, and I showed you the one on the ground, but you can see that underneath all this dense foliage there's actually 4 down there. And there's that pair that we were talking about earlier. And there's another. And then we have a couple of these up here that we've been watching. So I'll be doing some picking today. I'm up underneath the dense overgrowth. I really don't see anything here. See the back end of those two I was telling you about. So there's a little small one there on the other side. There's that big one too. So anyway, like I said, I don't really expect to see too many. There's probably some hidden up here. I'll have to get on the ladder and see what I can find. Alright, so figured I'd go ahead and give you all a top view here. Looking down. As I dig in here, I can see I got another one hidden. And I don't know if I can find it again, but somewhere in the back I saw one a little further in there. Of course, there's a small one here. So I'm going to have to be a little creative and see if I can find them. I do notice up here where we were looking down before, I don't know if I can find it here, but I actually do see some hanging that I wasn't able to see from the ground. So you got to really kind of climb all over and look for your melitons. So I'm also going to show you the progress on the ones I put up underneath my wine rack last week, see how the sprouts are doing. So let's go check that out. Okay, so here's one of the melitons we put under the wine rack last week. You can see it's already got a small little sprout underneath it. And here's the other one. I put 3 total, but you can see here we also have another sprout. So it doesn't take long. Alright, so today's haul wasn't too bad at all. I think that's 16 if I counted correctly. So yes, we got us some Mirliton. We got us some Mirliton today. Hope you like this update. I probably have at least, I'm hoping 12 to another 16 out there right now. So that'll probably bring my total up for this season to close to over 50. It's about half of what I got last year, but on the other hand, there's been some years I only got 4. So I'm very pleased. And so are the neighbors apparently. But anyway, we hope you've enjoyed following the last couple of weeks. I'll probably have at least 2 more weekly update episodes just to see. Probably, like I said, I'll probably run out of Mirliton maybe before I end up running out of growing season. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below or send them to me at rpcajun2r@gmail.com. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, David J. Hubbell, to get update on future Mirliton posts. We probably have done our last daily Mirliton pronunciation video today with cookbook author Tommy Santola because I'm fresh out of them. So I've reached out to at least another dozen people that I would like to have their pronunciation of how to say Mirliton. And so hopefully we'll get a few of those trickle in. It just won't be daily like it has been for the last, I think, 3 weeks or so. So I still will be happy to see those, and we'll start cycling them also on the mirliton.org page where you can find all kind of things. Right now we have someone in Mississippi selling white heirloom Mirliton. We can't confirm that they're Israel Thibodeau variety, but they are big. I think she said they're about 2 pounds on average, and so you can check it out on the mirliton.org classified ads, mirliton.org, or send them to me at rpcajun2r@gmail.com if you have any questions, or just check out my Facebook group, or Facebook page, excuse me, Mirliton Man of Mobile. So once again, I appreciate you watching. Hope this has been helpful, and I will see you next week.